I'm a Cancer. And humanities are a little bit more specific. So humanities is under liberal arts. Are you interested in astrology? If so, what's your rising? My sun is Cancer, my moon is Scorpio, and my rising is Taurus. Are you going to the BTS concert? Who knows? What are some things you need to know before going to college? That is very fast paced. Like, you go in the first week and they're already covering like 5 chapters of like a book. It's very, very fast paced. So, are Ivy Leagues worth it or overhyped? Ivy Leagues are very, very overhyped. But if you do get in, like, of course, like, their programs are very prestigious and they have like the best professors. Most Ivy League schools are like research schools, so like they hold a lot of like fucking information in databases for like a bunch of shit that goes into science discoveries and all that stuff. So you do end up going to Ivy League school, I think that's going to benefit like your credentials, but the stress is not worth it for me. Just for me. Can you explain your major for anyone who doesn't know? It's really hard for me to explain my major, especially if you're not from America or you're not from the West, because like a lot of people are like really ignorant to the subject of Asian American ethnic studies, or just ethnic studies in general. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain to some. I can't even explain it to my own parents. So what's the importance of SAT subject tests? Here's a tea on SATs. Historically, SATs were made to segregate and discriminate African American students when they were trying to apply to colleges. So SATs are basically just like standardized tests. It's like voting. If y'all know like the history on white people made it difficult for black people to vote because they don't understand the certain language and like voting ballots and like voting rules and shit. And it's like very long, like the voting process is like really long, and if you're not literate, you can't vote, even if you can legally vote or whatever. It's like basically just made to discriminate and segregate people of color. So SAT scores don't mean shit, and it's not that important to your credential as a person applying to colleges. How old were you when you figured out what major you were going to do? I decided I really wanted to go into liberal arts on the day of registration for classes, because I really didn't want to do medicine, and I was just like, YOLO. So I signed up for liberal arts. How are you liking college? It fucking sucks, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. This isn't the 1900s, sis. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, or if that's supposed to be offensive, but like the way y'all be treating people of color out there, yes, it's still the 1900s. Did you apply to a lot of scholarships? I tried to, but it's just like really time consuming. So if you, I really do encourage you guys to like apply to scholarships, so because if your family makes above like a certain amount of income, you're not gonna get like the same opportunity for like school scholarships. So apply to as much scholarships as you can. SATs don't have anything to do with segregation blacks at all. Maybe that's just how they started, but it's not like that anymore. SATs started just to segregate blacks and people of color changed my fucking mind, and it's still the same fucking case, institutionalized. So you can fucking sit down with that shit. Anyways, y'all don't understand, like, racism and, like, oppression towards people of color is so institutionalized and is so embedded into our fucking system that you don't even notice it. This is my major, so you can argue all you want, but do you think it's a good idea to start college classes in high school? I think if you're, like, able to handle the stress, it's a good challenge, but if you think it's too much for you, don't start it, because it's, like, very overwhelming, and I don't want you to, like, have to stress about college level classes when you haven't even finished high school, you know what I mean? Did you get a full ride scholarship? Yes, I did. What year in high school can you start to apply for scholarship? You can start to apply for scholarship as soon as 10th grade, which is your sophomore year. Just start at the end of 10th grade, start applying for it, because in junior year, people are already applying for schools. So start 10th grade. Look into scholarships and just, like, bookmark them or, like, take note of them. Honestly, if you're offended by what I'm saying about Caucasian, white colonizers, if the shoe fits, wear it, you know? What themes did you write about in your app essay? I wrote about, like, how the immigration from my country over here and, like, the shift of cultural, how do I explain it? Like, cultural adaptation was really hard for me, and, like, and I just, like, talked about assimilation and how I felt obligated to do that, and then being stuck on, like, my cultural, I don't know how to explain it, but it was, like, basically me talking about how it was hard for me to move over here and adapt to whatever that's in America, but still keep my origins, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna block that person because she seems bitter, and I want her to have a nice day and not be fixated on what the fuck I have to say, because clearly she doesn't care what I have to say, so yeah. What were your high school grades like, and what did you take in grade 12? I think I graduated, I graduated with a 3.7, and my average was, like, A-. I didn't always have, like, straight A's or a 4.0, so, like, I wasn't, like, top of the top. I wasn't, like, failing, you know what I mean? I was just, like, chilling on, like, you know, average A-B's, you know what I mean? And it wasn't, my grades weren't terrible, but it wasn't something that, like, I would expect an Ivy League school to, like, accept, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, honestly, it wasn't that bad. I did alright. Yeah. Is college hard? Like, I heard professors go over notes really fast. Yes, they do go over notes really fast, but they still upload those notes online and upload articles and lectures online. Some professors record their lectures, so it's not that bad to me. Is college worth it? I mean, if you want, like, to experience the higher education, or you just want to do more with your interests and stuff. I think for 3.7 weighted. I don't know, like, cause, like, it depends on, like, the school that I was applying to, cause, like, some they take weighted, but some they don't take weighted, and, like, it's, like, fucking confusing, you know what I mean? Like, you have to alter it depending on the school you're applying to. How much water do you drink in a week normally? Not a lot. What's your Mars Mercury sign? I think it's Cancer. I'm pretty sure it is. What you just described is something that so many immigrants in Asian American go through, and it's really hard to fit in and keep your background at the same time. Yeah, it's like, it's a really long concept to explain if you don't understand the cultural context or like the social context of America and how it was fucking made. So I try my best to explain the very basis of it to you guys. Of you and Anna to one of my friends, and she said that you both look alike. If you don't drink that much water, how do you get your skin so clear? My skin is not that clear. Do you see that? Like, what the fuck? Like, do you see that? Like, ugh. I've always been proud of my background as Asian American, but it's so hard for some people because they're not educated on these things. Not saying that they don't want to be, it's just how fucking society works. And it's like, people that were arguing, that girl that was arguing with me about how the SATs wasn't made, or like, the SATs isn't meant to segregate people. It is meant to segregate people. It's because it was made to segregate people, and it's institutionalized, so. I really do try my best to explain to you guys about, like, these social issues, and it's really hard because sometimes I feel like I'm talking too much about it, or I'm too political on my account. But like, I'm just like, if I don't talk about it, then who the fuck is gonna talk about it, you know? Where did you get the slideshow that you post on your story? From my professor? Where is your background? What do you mean? Do you think having awards and honors important for college apps? It's not important. Like, you're not gonna make it if you don't have like honors and stuff, but it does show the school your work ethic, you know what I mean? Like, test scores and grades and honors and shit like that only shows the school that you're a motivated person academically and that you can work well academically, but other than that, they don't know what the fuck, or like how you are as the person based on your scores, you know what I mean? I really want to help people to embrace their identities because I know it's hard, and seeing an influence like you isn't afraid to make out community. Thank you. Should be more with these, in my opinion. Thank you. The blush that I wear is the Juvia's Place Saharan Desert 2 blush palette. That's the only blush palette that I wear. How hard is your major? I'm in engineering. I'm dying. Honestly, with every major, it's like they have a struggle of their own. I know STEM kids have a lot of like math shit to do, and like a lot of science and physics and stuff that I don't condone under this household. Not saying that if you're a STEM major, you're terrible, but it's like, that's just not for me. I don't like science that much to have it as a major, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like math that much to have it as a major, you know what I mean? It's like, every major has their own struggle. For me, I have to do a lot of readings. A lot of readings. Like, last quarter, I read 6 books. 11 weeks. I want to know. Oh my god, how are you so popular? Do you have a channel? So it's kind of rude. I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm popular and why people follow me, but like, y'all can tell me why y'all follow me. So, because I don't know. Do you have any tips for personal statement? have your friends read through it and have your teachers read through it. You want to talk about yourself and your self-growth, not anything else, you know? Like, you can put a little bit of, like, your background information, like, oh, like, you come from your family, your family background. If you have, like, an immigrant family background, you can use that to, like, explain how you grow from that, or what you learn from that, but don't make it about, like, oh, like, you know, like, you have to cater to your family and blah blah blah. Like, make it about you, and, like, make it evident to whoever's reading your application that, you know, you can grow as a person, and you're open-minded, and, like, your best traits and your self-realization that you have some bad traits. You know what I mean? Like, make it about you. Have you and Anna ever planned on meeting each other? Yes, but not soon. Tips on starting Asian association at college. I don't know about, like, starting associations and clubs and that at school, but, like, definitely if you have counselors and club admins or club facilitators and stuff like that, ask them about it. I don't really know how that works because I don't run one. Do you have a part-time job? No. Where'd you get your shirt, Forever 21? My major is Asian American Ethnic Studies with liberal arts. This one is from Shop Sweet Peeps. If I bring the marriage documents to Seoul, would you do it? I'm not from Seoul though. Because you're an actually interesting individual. That's so nice. What's your favorite foundation that has to do with skin? I don't have. Why did I scream? Dewy foundations. It's just my skin being oily. I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear one and the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion foundation. The Maybelline Fit Me foundation is really good too. I follow you because I found you on the Explore page, and I like the style that you have, and you seem really nice. Thank you. Are you planning on getting tickets to the new BTS dates? Last live I said I wasn't gonna go, but now, like, circumstantial. She doesn't speak English well. I can go now. Basically. Deep eye bags, ditches genetics, and, like, it looks really weird. Put foundation concealer on it. You can try, like, color correcting. I think you can try, like, a orange concealer if it's, like, dark, but if it's eye bag, I don't put concealer under my eyes anymore. I literally don't. Like, I just embrace the tired look, you know? It's a look. Make it a look. Make your eye bags a look. I like your video, funny. I love how you're inspirational you are. Thank you. Oh my god, you guys are so nice. What the heck? No entiendo. I don't know how to reply in Spanish, but I can read Spanish and understand a little bit. Tips for public speaking. Speak to yourself like you would speak in public. So basically talk to yourself. Are those prescription glasses? Yes, they are. I love how you do these lives so frequently. Thank you for answering the questions. Of course. Are you planning going alone or with someone? I'm planning to go with someone. I don't want to, like, be like, I'm going, you know, like, to everyone and let them know, because that gives me anxiety that, like, people, like, want to. I'm gonna sound snobby, but I don't want people to be like, hey, like, you should hang out with me, or, like, make plans, you know, and not follow through with it. I just want to go there and see them and then go home. That sounds so like snobby, but it's just like bad social anxiety, you know. About college, I think the biggest. Thank you for talking about all these topics. They're truly helpful. Otherwise, I'm honestly clueless about college. Sending the biggest mwah. Thank you. That's so cute. Sensitive skin. Use Korean skincare. That's I don't know. It works for me, and it works for sensitive skin. My forehead is really big. Oh my god. Fluctuates in a very significant amount. What's your moon sign? I'm a Scorpio for my moon sign. You ever consider dyeing your hair blonde? Yes. My birthday is July 12th. You're so pretty. Thank you. Where do you buy most of your clothes? Just, I don't know, guys. Like, just. I'm 5'4", around there. I don't know exactly, but like 5'4". Dye blonde. What do you think of dyed hair? Like, what? If Need dyes her hair blonde, it's the end of all of us. Pink. Would you buy a pit tickets or seated pit? Which makeup cleanser do you use? I don't use a makeup cleanser, which is really bad. I just use my face wash and just wash it off. My bangs are right here. They're just bothering me, so I just shove them to the side. Capricorns? My sister is a Capricorn, and sometimes I can't stand her. But, like, she's a very, like, sociable person. Like, she's socialize well. Capricorns socialize. So, she makes friends well. Platinum was good. I honestly wanted to go platinum so bad, but I didn't want to bald. Chị hay xài son màu ý. Chị xài son của Peri Peri số 3 và số 8. Peri Peri Airy Velvet Tint. Yeah. Cái màu cam nâu và màu đỏ. What toner do you use? I use the COS RX, the AHA BHA toner. I heard the pit is seared this time. What do you mean seared? What? Do you usually go through, answer your DM requests? Sometimes I really do try to reply to you guys, but it's just really hard to do that. That's an Itsy. I kind of want to learn Dala, because it's like very like, wow, like energetic. My glasses, these frames are really thin, so they don't hurt that much. Have you ever considered wearing color contacts? I have color contacts, but I just don't like wearing them anymore. Have you ever thought of becoming a K-pop idol? I don't think that industry wants my loud ass there. I think I would get fired if I was an artist, like, for being so, like, being a crackhead. I don't think they can contain me, you know what I mean? I'm a Taurus too, and people think I'm rude or negative, but I'm just direct and real. Exactly. Oh my god, I'm so, like, direct. Too direct sometimes. I look like somebody's freaking grandpa. You know what? It's just gonna stay like that. The pit is seated. I mean, if the pit is seated, like... Can we see your feet? Does somebody have a feet fetish? Cause like... Chị ơi, chị có dùng mặt nạ dưỡng da không ạ? Chị dùng mặt nạ của Tony Moly. Yeah, mặt nạ của... What is it called? VT? Medihill. Yeah, what the fuck? Medihill. So dark skin tones. I want to buy 3C lipsticks. I feel like any lipsticks can suit dark skin tones because it looks beautiful on any skin tone. You can get whatever lipstick you want, rock it. But for me, like my friend Rama, I think like warm tone colors look really nice on her. Her is just like vibrant and like, you know, it clashes well with like her skin tone. It's like really pretty, but like any lipstick would suit you well. Favorite member of Twice? Nayeon? I'm not gonna try it. Were you born in Vietnam? Yes. When was the last time you visited Vietnam? 10 years ago. Your hair is growing hella fast. Are you gonna cut it? I know it was growing so fast. I don't know if I want to cut it again. Should I? I'm also a Cancer, but I wish I was more honest and express what I want to say like you. It's very hard for Cancers to say what they want to say because they're so fucking emotional. Oh my god.